please excuse me. Get back to it. So yeah, like, you know, life is an experience, it's not a show. It's all about doing what's good for you, you know. It's going to maintain yourself, your ability to live better. You want to be safe, away from any trouble, any dangers, you know, the best you can. Be smart, be wise, you know, definitely at all times. So I'm just literally doing a few basic exercises in this video. I'm not doing loads and loads of stuff, you know. Turn this up a bit, hold on. There you go. So breathing wise, you know, as I said, good breathing. I'm doing a real basic exercise routine today. Ooh, excuse me. I'm really pushing out the gas today. Understand? That's it. Yeah, mate. I feel good. I feel good to get that shit out. You gotta do the good stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, so I'm taking it really simple today. I'm not like doing a whole full-on routine. It's just a basic routine today. A few stretches, a few light stretches at different angles, see, stuff like that. It's a routine, but it's not the full routine. It's not the full whammy. As I say, it's not that. You might pass it for that. The whole chablammy. But yeah, safety is obviously so important. You know, obviously. You've got to make sure you focus on your safety. You know. So, you know, keep away from dangerous areas, we say. But again, you know, in saying that, still, you shouldn't have to live in fear or have to be hiding away from certain areas. That's the place you live. You know, we shouldn't have these areas in society when certain people can go and certain people can't, with the exception of things which I believe, such as like male and female bathrooms and stuff like that, you know. Toilets, you know, of course. Be logical now. Be humanly natural and real deal now. You know, don't be insane and crazy about things now. Yeah. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like, apart from that, people with private, you know, homes and stuff, but apart from that, you know, in the public, not on the street, you should be able to go anywhere, I believe. Unless it's like the scene of a crime or emergency accident or something like that, you know, or a building site or something where, you know, you shouldn't be. It's like too dangerous, you can't have anybody there, but it's standing in the middle of a road or something. Just like on a motorway or something, highway. That's crazy, right? In a dangerous situation, and that's different, you know, it's very different. I'm saying, you know, like, in terms of just walking down a street or in a park, public park, you know, why can't people just be feeling safe? You know, they come out of a shop, you know, come outside of a school when someone finishes, when the kids finish school, they shouldn't be in danger. When a person walks out of a shop or finishes their job or walks even down a public alleyway or through a car park late at night, Why should anyone of any age, young or old people, man or woman, why should anyone feel that they're not safe or have to walk with someone or they've got to carry stuff? There's places in the world where, like even where I'm staying, where I am, okay, it's like, you don't have that. There's places in this world where you don't have to worry. For the most part, you've got to keep your wits about you, aware, just in case. But, it's not like that, to the extreme. It just isn't. And yeah, I just think it's such a sad thing, In a lot of places you can't even feel safe. The last couple of exercises here, okay guys? I'm going to finish with today's workout. Simple workout for today. You know what I'm saying? See you. Yeah, man. Let's talk about drugs now. There's people that are on drugs. I think it's a terrible thing. Smoking bad for you. Taking any kind of drugs, however you take them, smoking them, injecting them, consuming them, either way, they're bad for you, very bad. Some of them can be very bad. And alcohol as well. Those three things, so smoking, drinking alcohol, and taking any kind of drugs. I cannot understand why people do them. I understand people get addicted to things as well. How they get on those things, I don't know. And also people that have had bad experiences as well from them and they still do them. That I don't understand either. But we can't understand people and judge them for how they think. Fair enough. You can always put a good message out there. Say, look, remember you are alive, value yourself, Even if you're not respected by others or whatever it is you've been through in this life, don't hate yourself and harm yourself and following the stupid, foolish ways of others. You're ultimately confirming that everything that's bad that's happened to you is what you're saying is it's worth it. Like this is supposed to happen. Like even if you say you hate yourself and all that, it doesn't sound like you're upset, Because if you was upset with the things that's happened to you or how people have treated you or whatever, it means you'd think that those things were wrong. And that's why you're so upset and angry. Because you think you don't deserve to be treated badly. You're an equal human being like anybody else. You think you deserve better, or at least not have that bad stuff happen to you, right? You just want a normal life. So why then would you harm yourself? Or try to find an escape and all of this? I'm not going to run away and find an escape. Escape from myself, or this planet Earth, which I have every right to live in. Society's made up, it's fake. A lot of things are fake, okay? Money's made up. Even the whole system. The evils you find amongst people in poverty, alone, with like a dark mind, or in groups of people just egging each other on with some, blurred ideas about things, negativity amongst the poor or the rich, corruption you find in all walks of life, in all cultures, individuals, families, various individuals, families, jobs, everywhere you find it, just negativity, a lot of places. And you're going to harm yourself. Why not be sure, know yourself, that you're not an insane person. If you've got any value and respect for your life, don't bring yourself down like that to their level, Do you know what I mean? Ultimately, isn't it? That's basically the point. What is the point in bringing yourself down to the level of the negative things you see around you? What about people that, can't find peace in their own mind? Or things to do that they say they've got nothing to do, no interest. People always making excuses or or just saying that's the way things are, and that's it. They can't make a change, and they can't inspire themselves, they can't forgive themselves, or they're trying to find themselves in the world and find out what life's supposed to be about, or what's right for them. It's just, none of that makes sense to me. Look out there, try to find information, interesting things. You don't necessarily have to be amongst people, money, or various factors. You'll find that there are things that you can do that will fulfill your life, make your life more interesting. That's the truth, it really is. There are things that you can do to help yourself. Stop thinking badly about yourself. Living in a war constantly, trying to prove yourself to others, Understand me? Yeah? Because, look, okay. Yes, you want to improve yourself, you want to do good, it starts with respecting the self. Respecting the self, to get yourself more free. But that starts with being aware of the self. If you know yourself, it's not going to be hard to be respectful to yourself. Some people find it hard to be humble. That's because they're not honest with themselves. But even when you're not honest with yourself, guess what? You know you're lying to yourself. When you hear someone talk, you should know it's not your voice talking. Yeah? And that's it, right? Those are the facts. You know what I'm saying? This is it, right? Yeah. Exercise how you want, live how you want, as long as you're not harming anybody else. Focus your time and energy on not being in harm's way of anyone. Don't harm anyone and don't harm yourself. Don't let harm come into your life. Avoid people that don't mean any good for yourself, and even yourself. Like that one that's like hating you and all that. That's just an illusion. It's not real. Okay. Don't let anyone make you feel that you've got no hope, etc. You don't have to go to a life of drugs and alcohol. You don't. You say, well, it's not easy when you're in that environment with other people like that, or when you're homeless on the street. I get what you're saying. Or in a war zone. It's different to actually talking about war. I get what you're saying. We're still all human beings. Look at how the trees grow. If you was in a forest too, if you was like one of the tribes living in nature back in the day, how they used to live. Things like that back in the day, They didn't have all that. They weren't thinking about money and fucking alcohol shops and where they're going to buy some drugs from someone, smoking some shit and getting high. Some of them probably getting high on weird fucking chemicals. But you know what I'm saying? Normally, animals don't behave like that. Are you telling me you're less sensible and sane than an animal? Why would you try to avoid things that harm you? Someone in your face yelling at you, giving you abuse, and you're like, oh yeah, what? And you get angry and you want to fight back. Or fight. You're trying to either fight them because you don't want them to give you that shit, or you're running away, whatever it is. You know there's a problem, right? You don't stand in fire because you're burning to death, right? You know it's a painful thing. And then you go and smoke something or drink some alcohol or take some drugs What the fuck are you doing? Why would someone want to cut themselves, hurt themselves, try to kill themselves? Stupid thing. Or waste your time and energy doing anything that's not worth it, even like a job that you don't like. Or hanging around people that don't respect you. And they abuse you. In one way, shape or another. They look down on you, talk down to you, talk over you, talk at you, look down on you. Why would you waste your time? Or doing things you don't enjoy, eating things you don't like. Medicine or healthy things, there's certain things that might be necessary or good. But I'm just saying, try to see more what you're actually really, really doing in your life. Okay? I don't know what's the best thing for your life, of course I don't, I know Kung Fu's good. Yeah. I'm just saying that. So just do what you can. And don't be a motherfucker. Be as honourable as you can be to yourself. As you can be, And hopefully that will grow and improve as well. Like all exercise, you'll improve the more you do. A couple of exercises here. I think I'll be cooking. Some jumping jacks. Do 20. Ten more. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. It's basics, I love it, that is good. Oh yeah. Have a laugh, have a joke. You will never find yourself if you're always looking elsewhere. It's just not going to happen. I'll find peace by thinking about it. Thinking about a million different ways to avoid the attack. If you can just avoid, get away first, is the best thing, right? So, you know what I mean? Like, try and do things which are beneficial for you. Try to be true to yourself. Stop thinking about how to be peaceful, how to win, how to be a successful you. First, know who you are. Not believe, ego, okay, I'm great, pride, no. Know you're alive. Your heart's been beating all day. Your skin's still attached to your bones. There's success in the nature that you are. You was born, you came from your mother and father. You're on this earth like anybody else. This is your home. If the trees can grow so effortlessly, just as they are, how come you can't? You don't have to be something in the eyes of others. And you don't have to be the victim of others. Thank you for watching this. Okay? Train hard and stay safe. Train hard and stay safe.